Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome to Red Corner Boxing. You are jamming Mr. Neutral as always. We're here for a watch along again on a fine Saturday evening in the United Kingdom. We're from the Copperbox. We've got Jimmy Sains versus Gideon Onyenani, otherwise known as Gideon Jones. This should be a tremendous fight, but before we get to it, just going to say we're proudly sponsored by Easy Storage, your place to go for all your storage needs across the United Kingdom. Check them out. If you've got anything that needs, they will look after you. They will give you their best. Right, Mr. Neutral, how are we tonight, sir?
Very well, thank you, mate. Very well, and looking forward to another night of boxing here on Red Corner.
Most definitely, mate, most definitely. And what a fight to start with. We've got Jimmy Sains, 9-0-0 with 9 knockouts. This guy is a KO specialist. And he's up against Gideon Onyenani, otherwise known as Gideon Jones. He's got a record of 7-4-0. He's never been stopped, but he's also never knocked anyone out. So will he have the power to keep Jimmy off? We'll find out together very soon.
We will find out, and big up to all those in the chat who've joined us already. We got DJ Pat on boxing. He says, evening, boys. One evening of boxing this been so far. Carroll versus Eubank in Manchester, July. A magic summer of boxing in front of us. I echo that sentiment 100%. And big up to Oragemi Olumayoma. Sorry, mate, if I've really butchered your name there. I do apologise.
And but you are here to support his Nigerian brother,
his Nigerian brother, and Gideon Onyenani, who an orthodox 7 wins. He's got none of them inside the distance, unfortunately. He's got 4 defeats. He was last out in October last year, where he lost on points to Sanchez over 4 rounds.
No, he won that one, bro. He won that one.
Oh, he won that. I do apologise.
Yeah, he won that one, mate. So that's what earned him this shot.
It's still a big ask for the young man. Up against a knockout merchant like Jimmy Sains. But we wish Gideon all the best of luck. It's a big step in class. He's going up to 10 rounds, pretty sharpish from 4 rounds. He looks fit enough, James.
He does, mate. He's a decent operator. I've watched a few videos of his. Gideon Onyenani is a very good boxer. He's just not quite got that snap. He's not got that pop in his punches. That's the worry for me. And Jimmy Sains, as we said, is a knockout merchant. 9 wins, 9 fights, 9 knockouts. This guy don't clown around. So, unfortunately, I'm expecting a brutal knockout for Jimmy Sains here. And that's what I took on the prediction league. Big up, Morgan.
Yes.
Live. Thank you for joining, mate.
And talking of the prediction league, good evening, Hawkan, to you, sir. Yes, going to the prediction league, obviously, John Hedges got that unanimous decision win over Nathan Quallis from Liverpool, and sets up the league nicely. 7 guys predicted the UD, and poor, and I see poor SWS Boxing took Nathan Quallis on a split decision. He is now behind on the points and could slip down the rankings. And on to League 2, everybody apart from Sahan and 20 Boxing had Hedges to win by unanimous decision. Sahan and 20 had split decisions. So 12 points to all those and 10 points respectively. The leagues have opened up nicely. And here we go, Jams.
Yes, we're underway, mate. Jimmy Sains has come out, sticking out a nice jab. Onyenani is looking comfortable at the moment, but how will he handle the power? That's the most intriguing part for me here, because Jimmy Sains, like I said, has got a detonator on him. He can lay them hands on people and they stay hurt. So let's see what Jimmy can do here.
Yes, and I'm going to give Gideon, some respect here. He's got Jimmy thinking already in round 1.
He's got lovely movement.
He's got a big stocky boy in front of him. He's undershot at this. This is obviously a vacant title, so they're both going for the same shot.
It's a southern area, middleweight.
Yeah, southern area, vacant middleweight title.
Yeah.
It's fantastic stuff. And, Gideon, if he can stay composed, stay disciplined, he can stop Jimmy Sains from maintaining this knockout run. Whether he wins or not is another matter. He'd have to put in some performance.
Yeah, that's the thing, mate. Even if he does stop him getting the KO, I can't see him picking up enough points to win it. But we'll see. You never know in boxing, mate. That's why we love it. Anything can
Absolutely.
happen, Mr. Neutral.
Hey, anything can happen. But this card is not one that would suggest many upsets if you're looking down the order. And join us again for our next show, which will be Kieran Conway versus Jerome Wobbett in the Wales.
No, that's not the next one, mate. We're not doing that one. We're doing next
Oh,
George
we're
Lidard,
not.
Aaron
We're.
Sutton.
I beg your pardon, James. Got ahead of myself there. So yeah, that will be George Lidard, Aaron Sutton, another middleweight title shot.
And then we're doing the main event as well.
And then the main event. Please join us for them too as well.
Yeah, the links are in the chat, guys, in the channel. So just head over there to Red Corner Boxing, drop us a sub while you're there, and check out the links, and you'll see when we're going to be live. Turn on them notifications, guys.
Good evening, 2020.
Big up, Twinny. Nice to have some real boxing back, brother.
20, you went for a split decision in the Saints fight. Sorry, not the Saints fight, the Hedges fight. Only 2 points behind, but it's still pretty early days. SWS Boxing, big up to
young
you,
Sammy.
young Sam. Sorry
Unlucky on
about
the
Nathan
Qualis.
Qualis there. DJ Pass says, Saints studies the resistance. He pokes with his jab, a bit like a lion hunting its prey before striking. Absolutely, pouring at it, saying, how strong are you? You know, and that's exactly his animal nature. You feel out your opponent. How strong are you when I'm pitter-pattering you? How strong are you when you're coming in? And Gideon Onyenani showing some good work there at the end of the round.
Yeah, it's a
I wasn't
10-9
paying.
though for definite for Jimmy
I
Sains for me,
wasn't
bro.
paying enough attention, mate. I'll leave the scoring to you, sir. Hedges used the rage well, says SWS Boxing. Do you know what, guys? Although John Hedges, the big, taller guy, he had quite a size advantage. He was good on the back foot to a fault, but then it started getting a bit. No, you could do more than this. So he needs a bit more stamina. He needs a bit more energy, and he needs a bit more snap for me. But Hedges has got it all. He's got a tool bag. It's just how well he can develop each of those techniques within himself. But listen, Nathan Qualis, great performance coming back 2 years out of the game.
Didn't do enough though, mate. I think he'll
Didn't
be
do enough.
disappointed.
And
I
this
think he'll be disappointed.
inactivity, the inactivity was the massive measure of that, champs.
Yeah,
And
I expected Callers to come out and have a right go.
I'm
Especially once the
surprised he
English
went the
title was
10
put on the
rounds.
fight.
I'm
Once
surprised
they
he went
slapped
the
an
10
English
rounds.
title on and an eliminator for the British, I thought he'd come out and be an absolute warlord and go after him, and he just didn't. So I
He
was
didn't.
disappointed in Nathan Callers, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I think he was very, very poor. Very poor.
Very,
I was
very
very,
poor.
very underwhelmed by him.
All right.
Seriously.
Right. Let's get back to this event.
Yep, we're in round 2, mate. 40 seconds gone. It's the same scenario. Jimmy Sains still looking the boss. Onyenani's trying. He's bobbing, he's weaving, he's popping the jabs out, but he's just not doing enough at the moment. It's all in the hands of Jimmy Sains, as you'd expect, to be honest, judging by their records.
Well, Sain's the bigger lad, Ranger. He's not imposing anything on Gideon right now. He seems to be very cautious, waiting for Gideon to come in. Gets him with a nice check, coming around the side, then moving laterally. But he's moved down again. He slowed it down, letting Gideon come in with a jab to the body. Tries to jab back. Nothing much happening there. Exchange, nothing happened. They're just clenching now up against the ropes. No strikes getting in. But Sains is not. He's not explosing. He's not explosive right now. And
No, he's taking his time, isn't he, bro? He's taking
his time.
He's
paying
just
due
sizing up
respect.
Onyenani at the moment.
He's paying due respect.
Yeah,
Has
that's the word. Yeah.
Has
Paying due
Onyenani
respect, that's the
shown him
word.
something in this minute and a half of this round and the first round to say, look, all right, I respect your power. I've not seen that yet. So Saints, for me, he needs to impose himself now.
Yeah.
This
But like you
guy's
said, though,
lost 4
Onyenani's
times.
done enough to put him off at the moment. He's done enough just to
Very
say
much
to him,
so.
don't come and try and knock me out because you might get clipped. And any man can knock any man out. He might not have a knockout yet. Doesn't mean he won't get one tonight.
Absolutely.
Only takes
And
that one feathered touch on the chin, mate, right on that button, and you're going to sleep. I don't care how big and hard you are. You know what I mean? Jimmy Sains is no
absolutely.
different to any other man. He'll get clipped if he gets clipped.
So we're still waiting for this fight to warm up.
But it's coming along nicely. Some nice boxing skills on show. I'm enjoying it. After watching last
Just too
night's Misfits, which
tentative.
was fun, this is proper boxing at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a bit too tentative for my liking. I like to see a bit more action.
Yeah, letting his hands go a bit now. Jimmy
Just
Sains
single
went for the little
shots
right-left
being,
combination.
yeah, little single shots being thrown at each other. Nothing extensive. Just sizing each other up around the ring, throwing the odd shot. There's a 1-2 from Sains. Not much behind it. Caught on the gloves again. Just bobbing and weaving between each other. A bit of a lunge there, right hand from Gideon at the end of the round.
It's another round for
Uh,
Sains, mate. Another 10-9
I'll
for Sains. I've got it
I'll go with
2018
you,
after two.
Gams. I'll go with you. I trust you.
Yeah. Just got Anthony Joshua on there at the moment. I can't hear what he's saying because I got my sound off, obviously, but
He's
I think he's
talking about
wishing
the
Johnny Fisher
rematch.
and Dave Allen a bit of luck by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's talking about the rematch. Yeah, DJ Pat says Sains hasn't even changed gears yet. He's still a bit hesitant and studying, poking around with his jab. It'll probably take a few more rounds before he starts putting together the punches. I quite agree there, but is he paying too much respect to Onyenani? Does he want rounds? I don't think so. I think this guy's here for the taking. I think he's waiting for Onyenani to make a mistake, but this guy's fighting for a vacant title, gentlemen and ladies. He's not going to make a mistake at this level, thinking I'm going to go in there and knock out Jimmy Sains. No, he's playing it cagey. He's playing the counter strategy. And Sains is playing into his strategy for me. Because Onyenyani's not the one that looks like he could do well when he's under pressure. Let's see. They're out for round 3, and Onyenyani's the one offensively again getting Jimmy Sains up against the ropes. Couple of rights went in from him. Gets checked there when he threw it right by Jimmy Sains once again. In the clinch, the referee has to separate them back to the center of the ring.
Yeah, Jimmy Sains is starting to get a bit more active now, which is good to see. He's starting to let his hands go a bit more.
Starting to move on his feet a little bit more now in round 3, probably.
Yeah, he's up on the balls of his feet for sure.
Yeah, I would say probably the trainers had a word saying, let's start stepping on the gas, let's start assaulting yourself.
Yeah, most definitely, Mr. Neutral. But Onyenani still looks comfortable in there, mate. He looks a very accomplished boxer, to be fair. He's a tough look. He's a tough lad.
Sains is making it nice and easy for him in that sense, without being overworked with pressure, with punches in bunches from Jimmy Sains. He's allowed a bit of breathing room, and Sains is trying a delicate yet concise attack, but it's not what I would say is dominant. Hokan Ringside Live says, thanks for posting Protection League 2 predictions in the chat on Protection League 1 show. No problem at all, pal.
No worries, mate. We know you like to keep score, Hokan, mate. That's why we do it. We've got to keep everyone fair so everyone knows that it was made before the fights, you see. Because we didn't do the Prediction League 2 show, I just thought, well, Neutral thought, as it's his show, that we'd post them in the League 1 chat so everyone can see that it's fair. We're not helping anyone out. It's got to all be legit, mate, because there's going to be good prizes to be won come September.
Yes, and all the guys that weren't able to meet this week, you damn well should better meet next week. Because if you go 2 weeks running without appearing on the show, your scores are forfeited for that week. So,
yep.
Red Corner Boxing's here for a reason. League Prediction 2, the show.
That's it. If they want to have it without the show, they can't join League 1. Simple as that, you know what I mean? If they just want to put the predictions in and not be part of it, then they don't join the show.
And DJ Pat agrees with me. He says Sains needs to let his hands go more and not stand idly by. He needs to put more pressure on Onyenani. Absolutely agree with you, DJ Pat. This is not a dominant performance for me. 4 rounds in, at the end of that round, Jams?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Sains again. I think he's just a little bit better, but not by much. Not by much at all.
Not by much at all, mate.
Like, he's definitely done himself proud so far. Was Gideon Onyenani. He's definitely done himself proud. I think Johnny Fisher's just arriving at the Bosch Army Copperbox. Oh, no, sorry, it's Dave Allen's just arrived. It's Big Dave Allen. We've got a comment coming from from 20. I'm 100% there this week. Excited to share the stage with you. God bless, mate. I can't wait for it, 20, man. It's going to be a good
Yes,
show as well. We'll
Twilly,
have
that's
Jack the
what we like
Pumpkin
to
Hughes
hear.
back
That's what we
and
love to
Flash Ash
hear.
Lane. So you'll have a couple of professional boxers on there with you, mate.
Jack the Pumpkin Hughes, Ash Lane. Funny guys. Absolutely
It was
hilarious.
his birthday, Jack the Pumpkin Hughes. That's why he couldn't make it last Wednesday. It was his
That's no
birthday, so he was
excuse,
out
Jams.
celebrating.
We'll have to have serious ones. It's no excuse celebrating your birthday.
Birthdays are not good enough, Neutral. We still worked on your birthday, didn't we, bro? You know what I mean? We were still pumping out the content.
Mate. Certainly did. No rest for the wicked.
What we do. No rest for the wicked.
I'm only joking, Jack. I'm only joking. You know that, but I hope you had a great time on your birthday there the other day.
I'm sure he did.
Here we go. Round, and it is round 4 of this one. Yes, Jimmy Sains just made life difficult for himself right now.
He's not looking as slick as I thought he would, I'll be honest. I expected a lot better.
Considering
Onyenani started this round better too. Onyenani started this round better.
He certainly has. He's the one that's now on the front foot, taking the centre of the ring, not backing up from Jimmy Sains. So he's comfortable with Sains' power right now. Otherwise, he wouldn't be engaging in this manner.
Yeah, he's growing in confidence as well, Neutral.
Well, it's needless to say that every single one of the guys went for a knockout except for SWS Boxing. He called it points for Jimmy Sains. He thinks Onyenani's going to survive the 10 rounds.
Judging by this so far, I think SWS might be right.
And in League 2, everybody else went for a knockout. So, SWS Boxing, you did get the first fight wrong, I'm afraid, pal. You need some points to catch up, and this is the fight for you.
Could be, could well be.
You can gain a valuable 2 points on your opponents to close the gap. Right, back to the fight, Jams. What are you seeing so far?
Yeah, some good body work there from Jimmy Sains, but then Onyenani's just tied him up, ran him into the corner. He's looking comfortable in there at the minute, Onyenani. He's not feeling the power, mate. He's built different. He's built tough. He's not feeling no power from Jimmy Sains at the moment. Doesn't mean that shot won't come, but at the moment, he is definitely looking comfortable with the power that Jimmy Sains has. Maybe the level of opponent he was fighting was just not this kind of level.
Maybe, I don't know, though. His last opponent, when he fought back in January, Rosadini, actually was going the same way. He was saying that, he was going to, it was just looking like it was going to be just like this fight. He just wasn't showing. And then, boom, round 7, knocked him out with a round to go.
That's how it can go.
Darren Aston had UD Sains. Did he?
Yeah, apparently so, mate. That's what I was just putting up to show you.
Oh.
DJ Pat says, I don't think
Do you know what?
So he did.
So he did. It is clearly.
You can see he's getting closer and closer to the punches he's throwing.
Yes.
So Darren's looking for a good points win here as well, Sammy, as well as SWS.
Yes, Darren's gone for a UD. Same as, obviously it's going to be a point because only the referee is actually scoring this fight.
It's Southern area, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, only the referee actually scores it. So it's going to be a UD win on points.
Oh, if he wins. Not over yet. Oh, see yet, mate. Terry Stewart in the corner of Onyenani, excuse me. He's just telling him, you're in this fight, lad. You know, give a little bit more. This could be your night. He could become the Southern area middleweight champion. What an achievement that would be for Gideon Onyenani.
And that's why he's not going to fight any risky fight until he has to.
That's it.
And that point is going to come, Jams, actually, because, you know, as you quite rightly are scoring, Jimmy's sort of running away with it 4 rounds up.
40
I would
36,
imagine.
mate. 40 36.
Yeah,
Jimmy
so
Sains.
we'll get to round 6, and Onyenani, then we'll have to do something.
Oh, I think that might have been low, but I think that's hurt Onyenani. I think he's in trouble here. Jimmy Sains is going for him.
Don't
Ref
say
tells him
you're
to keep it
ahead of
up.
me again.
2 minutes 26 of round 5.
You're 12 seconds ahead. Unbelievable.
How has that happened?
I'm coming out of my app and coming back in on my mobile. Stay there.
Okay, matey, no worries. But yeah, Jimmy Sains is just looking for him at the moment. But Onyenani's coming back now. He's not giving up. He's now putting the pressure on Jimmy Sains. Jimmy Sains is in the corner. They're wrapped up. Onyenani's letting his hands go. The referee's going to break him up now. He's warning Onyenani about use of the head. Jimmy Sains just sizing him up again, but Onyenani's still game as a badger. A couple of flick shots, nothing real of any purchase from Jimmy Sains. 2 lefts to the body, misses both. Onyenani charges in head first, doesn't really connect. Jimmy Sains lets his hands go again, doesn't really connect. He needs to really start putting some snap on these punches. That seemed like an elbow from Jimmy Sains there on Onyenani. Gideon swallowed it and just keeps popping out that left jab. Goes to the body. This is a good round from Onyenani at the moment. He's having a good round here. Is there going to be any big bombs thrown? We've got 1 minute 10 to go of round number 5 here from the Copperbox Arena in London, the United Kingdom.
I'm still miles behind you, pal, so you just call it for now.
Don't know how that's happened, mate. I don't know how that's happened.
Ridiculous.
Did you try going out to the zone app and going back in?
Yeah, I did, mate. Absolutely rubbish.
To be honest, I was on Rush Hour Fight Club earlier. They're in America, and they're watching it on the zone, and they were ahead of me.
Incredible.
They were like 11, 12 seconds ahead of me. The referees just gave both men a warning. I'm not quite sure what for, because nothing seemed to be wrong, but here goes Jimmy Sains. He's letting his hands go again. Oh, he went for the big right hand, just missed. He's flicking out the left jab. Onyenani comes back in with a shot of his own. No real purchase on his punch again. That's the only thing I'll say about Onyenani at the moment. When he does land, they're just pitter-patter punches. There's no real snap to his punches. He needs to put a little bit more purpose on them. Jimmy Sains is now shoving him back. The end could be nigh because it's starting to break him down a bit.
Yeah,
nice left hook there.
Onyenani, as we said, as the rounds go on, he only fought 4 rounds in his last fight. He's going up to 10 rounds. He's already gone past what he fought last time out and back in January. So he'll start feeling the rounds now.
He will, and that's another round in the bank for Jimmy Sains. Although it was a good start to the round from Onyenani, but he let it slip away towards the end. So I've got that 50-45 to Jimmy Sains after 5.
Oh, yes. No, it's not pleasant viewing for Jimmy Sains fans right now.
Not what they expected.
No.
Definitely not. Well, they're just showing at the minute. We've got Terry Harper versus Natalie Zimmerman next Friday on GBM on the
Certainly
zone.
have.
Can't wait for that. And we will be doing the watch along with Mr. Neutral for that and a couple of the undercards because that's a pretty good show. And our friend Hawkins Ringside Live, who's in the chat, will be there. And hopefully, will be sending me some ring walks and business. And we'll put them straight live on the channel.
Absolutely great stuff.
From Doncaster, that, mate. It's going to be a great one. Is this Johnny Fisher arriving? They're just showing now. It's just cut off, so I don't know. I'm assuming it was the Bosch.
De La Hoya, the White Rhino, Dave Allen.
Right, here we go. Round 6 is underway, guys.
Here we go.
Jimmy Sains looking a bit more lively here at the start of the 6th.
But it was Onyenani you attacked first.
Yeah, but then Jimmy Sains started letting the left-right go, which he's not done so far. He's been single punching. He's now starting to put a couple of combinations together, which is always nice to see.
I love the way you say that. Combination.
A combination.
DJ Pat says, Jams, that's a safe UD bet for Belter.
For Belter. He means Miss Belter
Absolutely.
Harper. I hope so, DJ Pat. Love Belter. She's an absolute legend. I got my signed picture behind me
Well,
of
Sarah
Miss
Zimmerman,
Belter.
13 wins, unbeaten.
She is, but Belter Harper's a different breed, my brother. She's a different
I
breed.
don't know, those Germans, they don't like to lose. They don't know how to lose.
Yeah.
They
Well, she's
refuse
going
to
to have to
lose.
get used to it come Friday night. Mark my words, she's going to have to get used to it.
Yes, Jams. Isn't it, mate?
You know, Terry Belter Harper's coming not to play, mate. She ain't giving up that WBO lightweight strap.
No.
She's coming to keep that belt.
Yeah, but isn't it just nice that she's got an actual bona fide contender in Natalie Zimmerman?
Yeah, she has. She has. It's going to be a good fight. I expect her to give her a couple of problems, but I think it'll be a wide UD for
Yeah.
Terry Belter. But you'll hear that on Wednesday on the Prediction League. I won't
It's
give too
actually
much
hard.
away.
We just don't know how good Zimmerman is. That's just a
That's
thing.
it. She hasn't
We
fought
know
anyone at the level of Belter.
we haven't seen her, to be honest, in a live situation to make that judgment call. We've seen
Well,
highlights, of
that's
course,
it.
but having said that, that girl's going to go into that fight with sheer confidence. She's got an unbeaten record. She's hungry. She's going for titles, and Harper is just like an obstacle. So, I love that sort of scenario. There's everything to gain and everything to lose. Brilliant
Yeah, it's the
stuff.
best way. But like I say, Belter Harper at 135, mate, he's not going to lose. I know she lost up at 147
I
against
don't
Sandy Ryan.
know.
That was against a massive opponent. At
I take
135, she's the queen,
nothing
mate.
for
No one's fucking
granted.
with her.
I wouldn't take nothing for granted until you see for yourself on the day, because
Yeah.
there's a lot to factor in just now. But we'll talk about that next week. We'll have a special review
Yeah,
show,
definitely. Yeah, we'll have a Belter special.
belter
We'll get
special.
Hawkan and Pat on. We'll get Hawkan and Pat on for it. We'll have a
Yeah,
Belter
because
special.
it'd be because obviously Hawkan, he's a great follower of the women's game,
Well,
and
he's going
Natalie
over for
Zimmerman.
it. I think he's leaving on Tuesday, I believe. He's going to be there
Right.
Wednesday, I think, for the
So
whole fight week.
he'll be looking for that. He'll know a little bit more about Natalie Zimmerman than we will.
Yeah, let's get back to this one. That's the end of the round anyway. That's the end of the round. Not much
Can
happened
you
there, to be
pause
quite
for
honest.
10? Can you pause for 10? See
Yeah,
if
yeah.
that helps. Going
That's
into
another 10-9 for Jimmy Sains, though.
so he's at this point 6 rounds
60,
gone. Is
54.
it 5 rounds gone now?
6, mate. 6 rounds.
6 gone. Onyenani's going to have to start taking a risk. He's going to have to start looking for a knockout as we look at corner Ben.
Is that Conor Ben? Yeah, Conor Ben's there. So we're at exactly the same place now, bro.
He's actually he was actually in Jimmy Sains' changing room, so he's obviously connected with the team there.
He's dyed his hair like fucking Eminem.
Yes, it's blonde hair now.
Yeah.
He's going for an individual look.
The real Slim Connor.
But he's a hot property right now, is Conor Ben. After that Eubank
He's got
fight.
a newfound respect after like coming through the way he did against Chris Eubank, and fair play. As long as his chest come back clean, I'll pay him his homage.
Yeah, he came into the fight clean as per conditions of the contract. He put up a great performance against a guy that was 2 divisions higher than him, going in at 175 pound on the night, and he rocked him a few times and went the distance. Not many welterweights could do that against, or natural welterweights could do that against Chris Eubank. Not many at all. So he has found himself newfound respect, as you said, Jams. Some people have starting to come around to the fact that, let's not judge him based on a very dodgy situation one way or the other, but let's see what he can do in the ring when he's clean, as per what we have given other boxers in the past. Fury, Canelo, Roy Jones Jr., I can name it 50
Dillian
more.
White 4 times.
Exactly.
Tyson
Dillian
Fury.
White, Jarrell Miller. There's all
Alicia
sorts.
Baumgartner.
Of course. So if you're gonna pardon all these other boxers in years after they've busted, you're gonna do the same for Conor Ben.
Yeah, if he earns the right to be relevant, he earns the right to be relevant. Simple as that. Let's just hope he doesn't go back to his old ways of cheating to try and win. Hope his desperation's not that great. But back to this one, though. Jimmy Sains against Onyenani. At the moment, Jimmy Sains in cruise control, to be quite honest. He's not looking for the knockout. He's just taking this. It looks like it's going to go the distance, but you never know with Jimmy Sains. You don't get 9 knockouts from 9 fights and 9 wins if you ain't got that pop on you. But at the
As I
moment,
said, he knocked out his opponent in the 7th round of 8.
and this is the 7th, he's got a minute to go. But at the moment, Onyenani seems the aggressor. But Jimmy Sains is too good at the countering. He's pop shotting him. But Onyenani's giving it all he's got, mate. He's like a lion. He just keeps coming.
He
He's
had
cheap
to
tough.
come. He had to come back with something too.
It's why he's never been stopped.
Doing something to claim this belt. But Sains is after 6. This is round 7. EJ, and welcome to the show. Jimmy Sains is probably 6 rounds up, pal. Look, going into this 7th, but Onyenani has got to start loading up, standing on.
I've got it 60-54, EJ. 60-54 to Jimmy Sains at the moment. But Onyenani's definitely having a go now, bro. He's having a go. He's trying. He's got the heart, mate. He's got the heart. Just needs to get that snap off, get them punches off. He could be a decent boxer, man, if he just had that snap in his punches. But he also has never been stopped, remember? He might not have had any knockouts, but he's also never been stopped.
I was going to say this guy's got a chin on him, and he's only lost on points over very, very, 4 rounders, 6 rounders. Yeah, so you can't really judge a guy like Onyenani on based on that. And coming into this 10 rounder for a title, he has found a second wind and is now going into round 8, but he's well behind. I wonder what the trainer's going to say to him now in that corner. Gideon, you're 7 rounds
start
down.
Letting them fly, let the hands fly.
Show me what you can do. Show me what that knockout power that you should have for your physique, because he's a strong boy.
He's cut up, man. Yeah, he's cut up.
You should have that some sort of measure of power. It's finding that punch.
Yeah, most definitely, mate. But I've got it 70.
The lads
70. 7 rounds to Jimmy Sains. 70 rounds up, man. Bloody hell, that'd be a long fight, wouldn't it? Back to the old days, that would.
What a start.
70-63 on points. That's what I was probably going to say. 70-63 on points after 7.
Darren Aston will be leading the pack after this fight. Should he go to unanimous decision victory for Jimmy Sains?
Yeah, you'll have Darren Aston and SWS Boxing who'll be predicting it right.
Oh, yeah, but SWS Boxing, he got the Qualis fight wrong. So he's actually well behind.
Now, DJ Pat says, Sains doesn't dare to let his hands go and throw punches like he usually does. Exactly, mate. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, same, Pat. He's not his usual self. I think Onyenani
to win on points.
That he's worried about. A wee bit.
It's like he's trying to win on points. It's not
like
he's going
the rounds.
I've not seen one evidential moment where he's loaded up and swung with any kind of spite or intent to endanger Onyenani. Strange, very strange.
It is for a knockout merchant to not even have one shot, like one clean.
He got counted there by Onyenani, but Onyenani didn't throw nothing into it. Maybe I don't think he's got
feelers, range-finders, isn't there?
He's just not got the power on Onyenani, so it's going to be a wide UD at worst for him. Jimmy, he could stop this.
I think it'd be a TKO if it does. I can't see him starting him. But
I can understand the strategy was if it was to beat down on Onyenani for 8 or 9 rounds and then stop him. But he's not done that. He's just scoring punches. It's not a beatdown. Scoring punches only.
Definitely. The judges could have it closer than me, to be fair. I've got it 7-0. But the judges could have given...
Mate, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue because Onyenani, for me, is just obviously not doing enough.
No, he's definitely not done enough. But his heart's there. His effort's there. He's just not done enough.
He's disciplined. He's correct with his punches. He's it's just not enough. As Sains is now starting to open up. Oh, back comes Onyenani. A right, then an uppercut up against the ropes.
It's a nice body shot as well from the left hand there of Onyenani.
That's the first time it's actually opened up. in this fight. And that's pretty poor. Not a great opener so far for this card.
It's not. You watch now. The next fight that we're not covering will be the best fight of the night. Now, it'll just be our luck, won't it?
Yeah, no, just our luck.
My
Yes.
dog's dreaming in the background. Can you hear it? He's literally fast asleep behind me. He's making some right weird ass noises. How are you scoring that one, Neutral? I'm probably going to give that to Jimmy Sains again, although Onyenani was better than the last round.
Oh,
But
mate, it's it could be one of them.
80-72 to Jimmy Sains.
People can go either way. It's there's just not enough in it to actually say one way or the other who's doing a greater job. But they're going to give it a Saints. Let's not.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think he just edged it as well. But Onyenani had a better round again.
It's just not enough.
If he just had that snap at his punches, mate, he could be something really good on Onyenani. He just hasn't got that pop.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but at his age now, you either have or you haven't. It's, the power's not something you can train.
No, not at 26 years of age.
You either have it or you don't. That's the one thing you can't train, and that's power.
Yeah.
You either got it or you haven't.
But he's going to give it all he's got, I reckon, now, though. Onyenani, Gideon, I think he's going to go hell for leather now and try and do something. There's no point in just going out like this. He might as well have a go, hasn't he?
He's got no choice. He's got 6 minutes to try and stop Jimmy Sains.
That's it. And Jimmy Sains has never even been in trouble at any point in his career.
But to hurt Sains, he's got to do more than the single shots that he's actually throwing at Sains.
Got to put a couple of combos together.
He's got a
like that Argentine kid did last night against that American lad when he starched him in round 8 after being 8 rounds down.
Give me a 3-piece chicken combo with coleslaw and some beans on the side, and
it.
And a large
little 3-piece, pop, 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 pow.
Pop, 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 pop. And then, he can hurt Sains, but he's not showing me none of that right now. I need to see some Nigerian power.
Yeah, definitely.
Effie Jagba style.
Yes, most definitely, mate. Yeah, he done brilliantly against Martin McConey. I'd love to see that fight again. I can't believe no one's talking about that.
No, we're not covering the comedy Watman fight. We're going to have something to eat, a quick bite to eat, and some, and then we'll get back to the action.
Yeah, well, we're going to be back with, we're going to come back with the next fight after that, which is the George Liddard fight. So we're going to be back for that one. I do like Conway as well. I like Warburton, but we're not covering it, mate, because I've not ate. Neutral's not ate. It's been a long day, long night.
Started talking chicken again. Starting to get hungry.
That's it, mate. The mention of KFC is just too sweet. And they're just too close together as well.
See, this referee, what's his name again?
I've got no idea, mate. I've seen him, but I try not to.
This referee, he grinds my fucking gears, right?
He's always one of them who wants to be in if you have to pay to get out.
He wants to make a name for himself, this referee.
He's probably going to stop this in a minute, even though
if you look at the way,
giving his all.
He looks like Rigsby, from Rising Damp for a start. And, the way he's going around the ring, he's trying to incorporate that 1970s, 80s style referee into his game, and he's an absolute clown. Absolute clown. I study referees, going back to the 50s, and this guy is a clown.
He's always trying to be in there, isn't he? I've noticed that. I never remember the names, though. I know that obviously, like the Ian John Lewis's, Marcus McDonald's, people like that, Mickey Van. I remember some of the greats, but then these sort of guys, I try not to get too much because I'll just end up picking on the ref rather than watching the fight. So I try not to concentrate on the ref anymore.
No, that's the first time Sains has actually let an uppercut go.
And look at the ref, though. The ref's in there like he's going to stop the fight.
Yeah. Always getting in the middle. Onyenani showing signs of running out of gas in the tank. He certainly is, but he's still coming back. He's still belligerent. He's showing that Nigerian grit. You can't knock a Nigerian out. Come on. It's not going to happen. End of that round, champs.
Yeah,
I
it's
I
90 to 81 for Jimmy Sains, mate. Unfortunately, it's just been
yeah,
absolute cruise control from start
I
to
was
finish.
I was too busy, slagging the referee off him. And by the way, I was watching the prelims with the commentary team and Barker
And Barry
and
Jones and
Barry
Sky
Jones.
Nicholson, bloody Sky's as
Mate,
dry as his fighting, mate. How
they
boring!
absolute. Do you know what? They boil my piss jams.
It was
So
ridiculous,
one,
weren't it? I
so
don't mind
one
Barry Jones. I
sided.
actually like Barry
No,
Jones.
Barry Jones was the worst culprit. Absolutely the
Oh,
worst
I actually
culprit in
like
town.
Barry. I do. I like Barry.
For me tonight. Barker's an idiot. Always has been, but the commentary is so
Sky
biased. It's
Nicholson was just
unreal.
embarrassing, man. Takes her
And
10 seconds to get her fucking words
what the
out. You know what
hell
I mean?
she doing there? I don't know. I don't
Because
know.
I think it's because Shannon Ryan was fighting on the first fight.
God, what is she going to fight her
Oh,
next?
Kieran McCann is the referee.
That's him, Keenan McCann,
McCann. Yeah. No,
McCunt,
Sky and Shannon know each other, don't know quite well.
Keenan McCann, the cunt.
Kieran McCunt.
That's him.
Apologies for the language here on Red Corner Boxing. If anyone
Yeah,
under
sorry.
18 is watching, because it was quite
We
early.
haven't hit 9 o'clock yet.
We're
I
not. So
do
apologies for that,
apologise.
guys. We don't usually swear before the threshold.
Do you
Please
know what
allow us this one. It's a good job you didn't watch the Misfits last night because it was effing and blinding all night, weren't we, bro?
I mean?
It was literally an effing Misfits. But it was fun to do, but I'm glad we got some serious boxing back on now.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, here we go. Back to the action. We've got 1 minute 50 to go. Can Jimmy Sains get the knockout, or is this going to be a wide UD? I'd guess 100 to 90 in favour of Jimmy Sains if it don't get knocked out in the last couple of minute and 40 seconds. But look, the referee again, getting his fat face on the screen, just wants to be part of the action. Always grabbing him when there's no need. Kieran McCann just wants to be part of the action.
There he goes again.
He's in there like swimwear,
It's
mate.
like
Honestly.
he's trying to read the fight too far ahead and getting involved when he shouldn't have to.
Again, he's doing it. As soon as Onyenani starts letting his hands go, the referee wraps him up. That's dangerous as well because Jimmy Sains could then lay a haymaker on him while the referee's got him tied up. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You don't put your hands on the fight until you call break.
As DJ Pat said, for fuck's sake, why did the referee take a count on the Shannon Ryan? She slipped but took a count, no knockout at all. I mean, this is what I mean, mate.
Seen it, yeah.
The standard refereeing is going downhill, and it's supposed to be evolving. It's supposed to be getting better, but for me, it's getting worse. Some of the
I agree.
refereeing decisions lately have been absolutely diabolical.
Most definitely. Well, this one, we've got 30 seconds to go, guys. Round 10 here between Jimmy Sains and Gideon Onyenani for the Southern Area middleweight title from the Copperbox Arena in London, United Kingdom. And unfortunately, it's not lived up to the hype. It's going to be a Jimmy Sains whitewash, 10 rounds to zip, 100 to 90 on the UD. That's the only way I can see this going. If they give Onyenani a round, they're being generous. He's been tough. He's given it his all. But he's just not been good enough. Jimmy Sains has absolutely controlled the pace, controlled the action. Apart from the referee, it's been all Jimmy Sains.
DJ Pat says there, the referee's holding, and the ref, what is he doing? 20 says not letting them work inside. And this is what I mean, guys. Absolutely clown of a referee, stopping the work. But look, that's the Sains UD win. Big up to Darren Aston and to SW Best Boxing. They're going to get the 12 points. The rest of you got nothing. No, you got 10.
Hawkins says, I asked my friend Mikhail Hook on who the referee was, Mr. Neutral. That's how he found
Yeah,
out his name. Thank
top
you,
man.
Hawkins, brother. Appreciate that.
Top man.
Right, so we're just waiting on the result, guys, and then we'll be with you.
Oh, it's
Credit to
got to be
Gideon, says SWS Boxing. Yeah,
yeah.
Gideon done really well, mate. Very, very, very tough guy. And like I say, he's never been stopped, and I expected him to be stopped, but he wasn't. Tough British Nigerian, mate. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
I mean, 99% of people had him for the knockout over two prediction leagues. You know, such was the the starching that he's given 9 of his previous opponents. There's going to be questions asked now because Onyeani's not the sort of opponent that this question should be asked of you. So there's going to be detractors of that performance, and there's going to be people that are happy, obviously, for his connections, etc., etc. But for me, it's a tad disappointing.
Yeah, this should be 100 to 90 for Jimmy Sains. Have you got him in your ear, Mr. Neutral?
I have.
Let's see what they say.
There's not a hope in the world that Onyeani is going to convince one judge. He
It's
had
3
that.
judges. Right, it's 100 to 90, 100 to 91, and 98 to 92 for Jimmy Sains.
There you go. Done.
So Jimmy Sains gets the win. So he's the new Southern Area middleweight champion. He moved to 10 wins, 9 knockouts. Not too bad.
Not
Håkan says
too
I'm
bad.
meeting Swedish judges in Doncaster next week. Good man, you have fun, mater. Right, we're going to wrap this one up real quick, guys, because Neutral needs to eat and so do I. We'll be back for George Liddard. So join us then, guys. The link is on the channel. Appreciate every single one of you. Hit that
We'll see you at
subscribe
the ring
button.
walk.
That's it. And we're proudly sponsored by Easy Storage, your place to go for all your storage needs across the United Kingdom. Until later, fellas, enjoy the Conway fight. We'll be back after that. God bless.